Hi there and welcome back. Today I have another little invention which may be helpful to a few folks and probably solves a problem that doesn't really exist. As you may know, I do have a Patreon page. I have a couple of top contributors that I like to give a shout out, and they are TrueAquaponics.com and GlassBottleOutlets.com. With the support through Patreon, that allows me to help fund some of these crazy projects that I like to work on, and hopefully it benefits everybody. When I start off my tomatoes every year, I usually start them off in a grow grip, and they're usually fairly small. And then once they start to begin to flop over, I'll put in the overhead string to suspend everything. In the past, I used to just try to tie them to the raft, or would tie them to the actual plant. And usually what happens is that the clips will ride up on the branches and will start to bend them. Sometimes I've even broken them just as the weight of the plant starts pushing things down. And it's mainly because the string isn't attached to anything down below to make a good anchor spot. And so things get tugged around a little bit. And even if I brush against the string, sometimes it will yank at the plant and pull it out right by the roots. Usually I can just stuff it back in, but the grow grips are not designed for holding something this large. They're really designed just for dealing with small plants like lettuce. So I think I have a little solution that we're gonna try out with this. All right, I've moved my plant out of the way here, and what I have is this little anchor which essentially holds on to the bottom of the raft. This will pull up. It's got two little barbs on it just to grab into the bottom of the raft to keep it from sliding around a little bit. So we just have to drop that into here, run the string in through the bottom hole, and we can tighten it up a little bit and make this line nice and taut. Zigzag it through the other holes here. Now this nylon string is a bit slippery. Usually it's just about enough force in here, but it's probably best just to tie one single little knot in it just to keep it all held together. Now that's enough to keep it tight, and you can actually lift the raft up just with that. So now we're going to stick our plant back into its hole, and we can put our clips back on. And instead of making the clip push against the branch, you just put it right against the stalk of the plant itself. This plant was hunched over pretty good, so we're gonna unbend it a little bit, keep it nice and straighten it up. Usually I won't need to put clips in this close together, but since this plant is so crooked, we'll straighten it up, and in a couple days I could probably actually remove a couple of those clips, and once that plant gets bigger it'll be in good shape. So let's do this plant as one more example. Now, I really don't see a huge commercial value in these, because if you're a commercial grower, you're probably growing a completely different method. So for a small place, these work pretty well. I'll put these on my website. If you wanted to try them out, you're welcome to do so, and I'll also put the STL files on there for free, so anybody can try it out if you have a 3D printer. So that's now on there. I actually prefer to use baling twine just because it's compostable with the plant, and that's what these are truly designed for. So we'll stick this one in. The twine is a little bit heavier and has better friction against itself, so it doesn't even need a knot, and that will grab on nicely. While playing around with this, I came up with a fairly good solution on how to get this nylon string to grab on without having to tie it in a big knot. Basically you wrap it around so again it zigzags through here, then you come back through, again zigzag back up to the top, but before coming through the top hole you bring it in behind the other one and drop it in. Essentially it's like tying a knot in there, and that gives a pretty good grab. So that's about all I have for this video. Just a quick little idea that I came up with just today to anchor these down. If you like this sort of thing or have any other ideas or variations, feel free to leave a comment, and we'll see you later. Thanks.